I'ma be the first to say I got it wrong. Here we go. And I'ma be the last to give up on the cause. And I'll do everything to make sure I gave it my all. Never wanna make it seem I know it all. Cause in this life I'm gonna slip and fall. See, it's not how you play the game, but the lesson that you take and the words you help along.
He just didn't want to tell somebody they going there.
I just tell you that, you know.
Well, look, we're going to switch over to something else. After, I have, prayed, I've asked God for forgiveness. And, God is just to forgive our sins immediately. So we know we've been forgiven by God. The next thing you have to do, some people, they get forgiven by God, but then they do not forgive themselves. And see, that right there is another key point that we want you guys to realize that once you've been forgiven, you have to forgive yourself, release yourself. Don't bind yourself. Don't condemn yourself. Do you guys want to tackle that? You got anything to say on that?
I can. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Right.
Let me go.
Yeah, stop feeling sorry for yourself.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, forgive yourself first.
Yes.
And move forward.
Yes.
I mean, because if you're not forgiving yourself, you're holding yourself back.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't move forward when you're not forgiving yourself. So make sure you forgive yourself. I mean, that's the first thing that you need to do is forgive yourself.
All right, let's switch gears. Now we're going to talk about how do we know when we have truly forgiven somebody. How do you know when you have forgiven somebody? Y'all, somebody got to answer that question. From how do you know?
Well, first of all, you got to get rid of that pride.
Okay.
Because a haughty spirit will cause you to think you done forgave somebody when actually you haven't.
Okay.
Prime example right here.
Yeah.
Because see, I needed to forgive a man. And God told me, you need to forgive him. I said, well, God, I done forgave him. I forgave him. He said he don't know that.
Okay.
So I had to go to him and let him know that I forgave him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because see, I had my own righteousness. I done forgave him within, so I'm cool,
Yeah.
Everything's straight. I done forgave him, but I ain't talking to him.
Yeah, so you ain't really forgave.
I ain't really forgave him. So that was pride in me.
Yeah.
So I had to go to him. But see, back in the days, that old me wouldn't never did that.
Yeah.
But now, hey, when you forgive somebody, it feels so good.
Yeah, it does.
You feel it right
It feels
there.
so good.
You feel like you feel like this weight have been lifted off of
right
your
there.
shoulders, your life, everything just feels so much better.
Right there.
How do you know when you have forgiven somebody, bro?
How I know when I have forgiven somebody, I mean, I can talk about whatever the situation was that they needed. I felt that they needed to be forgiven for, or whatever they felt. I can talk about the situation and it did not bother me.
That's good. That's real good.
And it did not bother me.
That's real good.
I can bring up the situation. And it's just like even our own personal life experiences, whatever we don't struggle with. And we once we forgave ourselves, we were able to talk about it. And it a testimony,
Yeah.
we able to talk about it. But when
Be free with it. Talk about it,
and be free with it,
Yeah.
But in the time that you can't forgive yourself, or you holding back and this stuff holding you down, you can't talk about it. You can't face nobody. You walking around with your head down. You can't do it.
Yeah, I like that. And with me, it's like I tell people all the time, you know when you have forgiven somebody when you can see that person and you don't feel some type of way, as we like to say.
Yeah.
So you don't feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like something like, man, if somebody walk in the room and they cause your whole disposition to change, then you haven't forgiven them.
Yeah,
If a topic comes up about a person or about something happened in your past and you get real emotional and your feelings take over, you have not forgiven. There's a quote that I was just telling these guys about. It says that once a woman has forgiven her man, she must not reheat his sins for breakfast. So once you have forgiven somebody, guess what? You don't bring it up no more when it's time in an argument. You already know how emotional, we are, but women especially, when you guys get emotional, you guys gonna bring up everything in the past, and we be looking at y'all like, I thought we already dealt with it. I thought you said you forgive me for that. But if you continue to bring it up, you have not forgiven him, and you are still bound by unforgiveness. So if you're gonna bring something up that you haven't forgiven him, you guys need to sit back down and talk about that particular incident again and get it to the point where next time this would never come up again. Because trust me, as a man, I don't want to hear it over and over again. If you tell me you forgiving me, then let's move on. We done with that. That's just me though.
That's true,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Right.
Zoe, that's true. You know, and just like you say, you know, if that person actually forgives you, and they should be able to understand how you can talk about the situation and it not bother you. But a lot of people, man, when you talk about the situation because you truly, you know, have forgiven or been forgiven, you can talk about it and it not bother you, but it still bother them. That's a problem. Something wrong. Something wrong because a lot of people don't want to forgive. They just don't want to forgive again because they think it's for you. They think you gonna win. You know, they want to punish. A lot of people want to punish you themselves, man.
Well, see, that right there is also taking revenge, and revenge is not ours to take. You know, let the seeds that have been sown, let that handle everything. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about trying to punish somebody that you want. I know I hear this a lot from women. Well, I wanted him to feel the way I feel. See, that's wrong. That's wrong. Somebody do you wrong, that don't mean you turn around and do them wrong. You know, you just sowing a bad seed, and guess what? You reap what you sow. No matter what, you reap what you sow. Sometimes you have to realize this. It's not always your action, but it's your reaction that gets you in trouble.
I'm going to tell you something. The days that you spend of not forgiving a person are costing you the days that you could live of happiness, man, and joy and peace. You know, it's costing you all those good days. You think about it. You think about how good. Go apologize to somebody, or accept somebody's apology, and watch how good that make you feel.
Yeah, dude.
Watch how good that make you feel, and I'm talking about right then, right then, and you'll be surprised the doors that you will open within somebody else just from doing that. Each one teach one.
And when you forgive someone or someone forgives you, the relationship's supposed to get strong.
Yes.
It's supposed to be stronger. That's how you know.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's been forgiven.
That's a good one.
That's how you know right there, because the relationship's supposed to get stronger, not weaker.
Yeah.
But I want you guys to realize this. I want you guys to realize this as well. Just because I have forgiven you or I have forgiven you, that does not mean instantaneously that our trust is back to where it was.
That's true.
See, don't get caught up thinking that once you forgive somebody that you just have to start trusting them all over again as if they never done it. No, they have to earn your trust back. They have to go out there and they have to prove themselves trustworthy. So don't just go out there on blind trust thinking that, man, since I forgive him, now that means I gotta trust him wholeheartedly. No, don't be a fool. I mean, we want you guys to learn and live and not have to live and learn. See, that's the whole point. We want to give you guys knowledge, understanding, and wisdom so you can go out there and not make these mistakes that's going to cost you, you know, your future. That's going to cost you to not be able to walk in your blessings. And so that was just something, like I said, you know, just popped in the spirit. And I felt that you guys needed to taste that because it was so good. But
Yeah, since you got through saying what you said, I mean, it's just like if a man cheats on his wife. She may forgive him, but he's got to build that trust back up.
Well, you got a great point right there.
He's got to build it back
That's
up.
your job because you did it.
Yeah,
that's right.
You got to prove yourself all over.
It's consequences for it. It's consequences. People go out here and do crimes every day. But you know, you can come sorry for your crime and you can be forgiven for them, but guess what? You still got to pay the consequences. You still got to do it.
Like you said, no matter what, you got to pay the pipe. One way or another, you got to pay the pipe. Man, it's just amazing though to be able to talk to you guys about forgiveness. You know, the power of forgiveness. You know, why do I forgive? Why should I forgive? How do I forgive? And you know, and forgiving yourself. You know, we're about to get ready just to close out this episode, man. We have been tremendously blessed simply just by being able to just talk and just be uplifted. And we're gonna let my boy B here say a few closing words, and then we'll let Dwayne close us out. But we definitely thank you guys.
I'd like to thank you guys for having me out tonight.
Oh, no problem, man.
I really enjoyed this.
That was awesome, man.
And I just want to leave a word with y'all out there. Forgive. And when you forgive, you release yourself. You helping yourself. Yeah. Then when you forgive, you can move forward in life.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what life's all about, moving forward.
That's true. I just want to tell you too, you know, forgiveness is important. I mean, it's important. And whatever your situation is, I want you to know that it's after you forgive, it's possible to love again. It's possible to live. It's possible to be able to speak to someone who have done you wrong. It's possible to forgive that one that may have hit you or whatever. You know, it is possible. But you got to forgive. And once you forgive, you can move forward. We encourage you to move forward. Start forgiving. You know, don't hold in this bitterness and all these different type of things. Don't do that. Let it go. Move forward. Forgiveness is good, and stop thinking that it's for somebody else. You know, stop thinking that it's your job to punish someone else. Listen, forgive. I promise you, when you forgive, you can live.
And I'm gonna go ahead and close this out. I wasn't gonna say anything else, but it just came to my heart. One thing you guys have to realize is that if you're going to forgive, you're going to love, you're going to do things the right way, you have to have a relationship with God. Now, we talked about all this stuff tonight. We talked about, you know, the power of forgiving and forgiveness and unforgiveness. You will not truly learn and truly be able to step out and forgive people unless you get that right relationship with God, so He can pour His love inside of you, because you got to have love to forgive. And that's where everything starts, with love. So, man, we want you guys to know that we love you guys, that we are here for you guys. We want you guys to comment, want you guys to like, want you guys to share, want you guys to support. You know, this is a movement that we got going because we truly want to change people's lives. Like Dwayne said in our promotion video, we love you guys and we don't even know it. We out.
Yes, sir.
All the tests and the trials give me what I need to learn and leave.